How many people told me, hey, I've been hanging out with George for a week, I got fat, I gained 10 pounds. I'm like, yeah, that's George, man. That's George. Don't eat like he eats. It won't work. And he has his whole theories and philosophies about why he's lean. It's like, dude, no, you're just born this way. He doesn't get it. I've trained thousands of people. Okay, he's trained himself. Like he thinks that what he did is gonna work for everyone. I love George. He's a super intelligent guy. But I tell him, George, the way, like, he's very gifted when it comes to food, and he does a lot of things. Like now he's doing a lot of fasting, and he's getting even leaner.
Yeah.
But it'll be a long time before George is fat. You see, there's various body types. You have ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph, and we're on the continuum of these three. George is on the ectomorph side, and a strong sign of ectomorph is a small waist. And George has
isn't that mesomorph?
No, mesomorph
because he's very muscular.
He is. I would say he's between ectomorph and mesomorph. But
go ahead.
George was very skinny and scrawny when he was young, so he went crazy on the weights. He turned his weakness into a strength. He did so much weight training and exercise because he wanted to bulk up. So he's a bulk ectomorph. Now, he's not a perfect ectomorph. He's not a 100% ectomorph. I would say he's between ectomorph and mesomorph. But endomorph, the other end of the spectrum, you eat a little bit of carbohydrates, you get fat. You lift a little bit of muscles, your muscles explode in size. George wasn't like that. George is a bit on the other side of the spectrum.
So a real mesomorph would be like Melvin Manhoof.
Yeah, like that,
Just
like
jacked.
I think I'm kind of no. That's more endomorph.
No, endomorph is fat.
Yeah, but you could also be very muscular.
Endomorph?
Yeah, you could be very muscular.
I thought endomorph is like people that have a really hard time not being overweight.
You can gain fat and muscle really quickly.
As an endomorph?
Yeah, but ectomorphs, from what I've read, I might be wrong.
Neither one of us are biologists.
Exactly.
It's a problem with this conversation.
Exactly.
I always thought ectomorph was really skinny. Endomorph they tend to lean towards being overweight. And then mesomorph was someone who's like really like a Francis Ngannou.
No,
like or Brock Lesnar, like super muscular, thick, like just look like they like naturally would pack a lot of muscle.
Well, I'm sure you could pull up a chart if you can.
All these pictures just show both of them.
From what I've read, see, the mesomorph is kind of in the middle. Ectomorph is lean and hard pack on muscle.
Ectomorph looks like a skinny dork. And mesomorph looks like he's super jacked, and endomorph looks like well, endomorph.
Yes.
See, but endomorph does not look fat in that picture.
He doesn't have to be fat. That's the thing.
See, now here's let me tell you something, ladies.
Go for it.
When you look at those three pictures, I go with endomorph all day.
Exactly.
And those three pictures,
we love the endomorphs.
If that's what an endomorph is,
let's take the endomorph.
Yeah, because them ectomorphs, they need a lot of naps and they're always tired. And those mesomorphs,
and their egos, my goodness,
they want to choke you. The mesomorphs always want to fucking strangle you. But endomorphs, that's a woman. God damn.
You can have a ripped endomorph. Anybody can be ripped.
That's the guy's an endomorph.
Chris Pratt, maybe.
Think about it. An endomorph is like a short, stocky Hulk. He could be fat,
right?
And he could also be packed with muscle.
Like Kelvin Gastelum.
Kevin Gastelum, I would put him on the endomorph side. Yes, definitely.
Because he's never really totally ripped. Well, Dolce, when he had him and he was getting him down to a real 170, he really had him pretty ripped at one point in time. Just really low
That's
body
the thing.
fat.
You can get ripped. It's just not as easy to get there. Anybody can get ripped. But an ectomorph, so think about a basketball player. Okay, one of the signs they say is small waist. The waist and shoulders are quite similar. Now, George has a V going. He has very broad shoulders, which is great. He's perfectly built for fighting. That allows him for reach. And his double leg, because he's got incredible leg. It's like he's wearing shoulder pads almost. And, he's blessed with many, many genetic gifts for fighting. No doubt about it. And endomorphs are naturally, ectomorphs are naturally predisposed to endurance sports. So you'll see a lot of marathon runners or whatnot. They're tall and lanky. They're not short, bulky, Mike Tyson type look athletes.
That's a real mesomorph.
That's
right?
a real. I would say endomorph.
Endomorph,
because he's so short.
Okay.
Short and stocky and bulky. He could put on a lot of muscle or a lot of fat. Now I ask you, is he a little bit? I don't want to say he's fat, but he's put on some fat since he's retired or whatnot, right?
I don't know how much he works out anymore.
Exactly, but an ectomorph, even when they stop working out,
they're still thin.
They're less likely to pack on fat. They might have a little belly, but it's not as
pronounced.
It's not as pronounced as an endomorph. An endomorph will pack on fat and muscle real quickly, and they gravitate more towards power sports, so they can explode, but they have less cardio. Whereas the ectomorph is like, you'll see a lot of running backs. They're short, stocky. They're endomorph, man. They have to explode for 3-4 seconds.
Is there a best body for fighting, or is there you just adapt your style to whatever body you have.
Exactly. I think there's a best body for basketball, a best body for football. Well, it depends what position you're playing. But fighting, everybody has a fight in their DNA. So all styles, all body types can fight. And that's what's so amazing. You get a Paul Harris. He's an endomorph, man. But he found a way to fight that makes sense for him. That's why I always tell people, you got to fight according to your body type. And people think that's crazy. No, Muhammad Ali fought a certain way because he had certain attributes. He had a certain personality. Even your personality is very important. If he tried to fight like Tyson, it would backfire. If Tyson tried to fight like Muhammad Ali, it would backfire. I think everybody has to start with the basics, and then after 3-4 years of training, even maybe up to 5 years, now you got to specialize for what your temperament is, what your body type is, what your personality is, because not everybody wants to get it done in round one, and not everybody is the type of person who's going to take it to the cards, and not everybody has a reach and speed to jab in and out. A lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to jab in and out like Ali. Dude, you have the attributes that Ali has. He was born with certain attributes. And everybody's born with an attribute for fighting, in my opinion. Everybody got this far because they can fight. Nobody got here this far without having some innate ability to fight, to defend themselves. So all our body types can defend themselves, but you have to discover what works best for that body type.
Right. Tyson's a perfect example of that.
Exactly. They thought he couldn't make it in the pros. They thought, oh, he's going to get killed in the pros.
Right.
There's never been a short guy. When Ali was dancing around, people were like, no, that's not going to work. He's going to get tired. When he goes to the heavyweights, heavyweights shouldn't bounce around. And Ali used to spar a lot with lightweights. He sparred 6 rounds with lightweights, then 6 rounds with a heavyweight. Why? Because he would play tag with the lightweight. It's just about speed and movement. You move twice as much with a lightweight.